And, by the way, coming up in sports, ladies and gentlemen, the term giant Viking turd.
Oh, gosh.
It is a legitimate news story.
It's wonderful. I've never been on Tom's side more than this morning.
Yeah, I agree.
It is. I'm not kidding. It's actually in the news.
Giant Viking turd.
Now that you brought this up, which one of you a-holes ruined the bathroom yesterday?
Which one? Which bathroom?
The one that used to be the ladies' room.
I never go in there.
Never go in
It
there.
makes me feel too much like a girl. I can't
went
go
in there right. I was going to go right before I left to go to home. It was disgusting.
Don't blame me. I told you. I
smell that. It was like
Me.
Oh, Oskay.
Oskay.
You know what?
And the great thing about Oskay is he streaks up the bowl like no other.
No,
He's proud of it.
And he leaves it, which
It
you
wasn't
gotta
a
admire.
streak. It was.
All right, enough.
Courtesy flush, Jeff.
God.
You know when he says enough.
All right. And I was going to say, I had to evacuate, as you know, on an aircraft.
I am still in the presence of greatness. You said you did a major transaction twice.
On an aircraft.
Wow.
After trying to time it so I wouldn't have to. But you're on the plane for 8 hours. I was coming back from England. And of course, the minute I got in there, here's the thing. You're sitting down and you're about to do what you're about to do. And then you can hear the seatbelt thing go on and the turbulence hits. You're thinking, oh, great.
Ding, ding.
Remember that video a couple months ago where the plane, all those people hit the ceiling? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you were in there at that time?
Everything flying.
That'd be like being in a portalet getting hit by a truck.
Yeah.
In any event, we'll move forward here, but we do have Viking turds in the news.
Great.
Of all random things. A lot of letters about my unpleasant encounter.
Let me tell you something.
Philadelphia Airport.
Your encounter with the lady at TSA in Philadelphia has caught the imagination of the United States of America, if not the world.
My husband brought it up at dinner last
People are 100% in your favor.
90% of the time, everyone's fine at TSA. My larger point is, they post the rules, for God's sake.
Yeah.
They're different everywhere.
And they need to be the same, right?
Or just have a sign going, no shoes, yes shoes.
This sums up
no belt, yes belt.
everyone's opinion of you yesterday. Mike from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, listening to Tom rant on about his issues with TSA. Hilarious yesterday. Well done, Tom. This only makes it more obvious why I don't fly commercial.
Oh, well,
My family owns our own plane.
Nice.
good for him.
Suck at TSA, Mike. There you go.
Okay, very good.
That's my new best friend, Mike.
Again, most TSA people, great. I had the one that had a little bit too much power.
Did she have any distinguishing characteristics you'd like to mention?
Yeah, it was physical.
How would you describe her to a total
I was kind of
stranger?
happy that we got away from that part of it, guys. I was happy that now we're talking about
That's
a
my
reasonable
favorite part.
man.
Mr. Oskay, I understand, over the 4th of July holiday, found himself in the emergency room.
Yeah, well,
What?
like the med check, the clinic.
Yeah,
urgent
sure.
care.
It was a half clinic, half emergent. Well, the first one I went to, so I went fishing.
All right.
I was supposed to pick my lady up at the airport. I was like, I got an hour. I'm going to go and get some fishing.
So now you're on your way to the airport and you say, I've got an extra hour. I'm going to stop and fish.
yeah. So
Now, do you keep your fishing rod and your gear in the car at all times?
oh, yeah.
It must smell wonderful. Go ahead.
Well, I don't keep the fish, so that
Well, the
cuts down
pole's
on
going
the
to.
smell.
Never
Plus,
mind.
it
Go
covers
ahead,
up the weed
please.
smell, so
Yeah.
it's good for everybody.
Willie, that's our secret. So I catch a fish and on a lure, and the treble hook is really in this fish.
That means 3 hooks?
Yeah.
3 hooks. And one of the hooks is really in the fish to the point it doesn't come out easily, and I'm struggling to get it out. The fish starts flipping around and drills one of the other, whatever you call it, hooks into my finger.
Nice.
And the more it flips, the deeper it's driving it into my finger. And so,
Which finger?
Into my right index finger.
Oh, man.
So I am trying to hold the fish and take it out, but I'm using my non-dominant hand.
Sure.
And so the fish is angry now and is flipping more and it's hurting. So I finally get the fish off. The hook is too far in. I go down to a fellow fisherman. I go, hey, do you have some snips so I can cut this off and push it out? And he looks at it. He goes, oh, boy, you want to go to the emergency room for that one. And I was like, I'm good. He goes, I'm being serious. And I go, okay. So I drive a half an hour to a med check, and I walk in. They go, oh, we can't do that here. You got to go to this other one. So I drive with the lure hanging out of my finger another 20 minutes.
Hey, wait. What's happening with the airport pickup?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Well, the airport, she just gets a text from me, hey, I'm a moron. I stabbed myself with a hook. I'm at the ER. You're going to have to Uber home.
How'd that go?
She was fine. She was concerned about me.
I'm guessing that
What happened to the fish?
She's pretty much.
The fish is back in the water swimming
he's
around.
okay.
Oh, yeah. He's telling all his friends how
She's got to be
ruined my finger.
used to this behavior on your part.
Hey, you know how they catch us usually? I finally got one.
I got a big one. Yeah.
No, but he's
230 pounder.
Yeah, but the fish was going. The fish was going.
There's a hole in my mouth. Yeah.
So I go in, and they're like, we can do this. And in walks the youngest female doctor I've ever seen. I'm like, I don't think you're old enough to operate on people, are you?
Was it like the young female doctor in Roadhouse?
Oh.
Really? All right.
So she leaves. She goes, I got to get some tools. And a nurse comes in, and she takes my vitals. She goes, Haley will be back in a second. I go,
Dr.
I go,
Haley.
who's Haley? And they go, oh, that's your doctor. I was like, oh, that's too young of a name to be a doctor. Like, you can't be.
Haley.
So she comes in with a man because he's going to have to. They're going to have to clip the hook.
Sure.
To get it out, to push it the rest of the way
Okay.
through
Wait a
because
second.
there's a barb.
Do you have the entire lure in your hand?
Oh, yeah, I'm just...
Have you not seen the picture? There it is.
That's me carrying the lure around.
And that's a treble hook in there.
It's all the way in.
And then you've got the lure is like a little tiny fish.
No, I can't look at that.
Fish. Don't
I'm
ever,
just driving around holding this lure the whole time.
don't ever forget this. Fish are cannibals. Don't ever forget that.
They are beasts.
Oh.
Okay, you can take that down now.
Yeah,
Just
So
that's
they
gross.
don't have...
That is rough.
They can't get it to cut. But the guy's like, oh, I'm a firefighter. I got some stuff in my truck. So he goes out and just comes back with some snips from from a hardware store. And I go, are those like sterile? And he goes, you're getting a tetanus shot. Calm down. And so I'm not watching any of this because I'm a big wuss. And I hear it snap and I hear my lure hit the wall. Oh. And I go, oh my gosh, don't lose that lure. That's my favorite. And they're like, seriously? I go, I'm dead serious. Do not lose that lure.
You
I did
are
get the lure.
such a hillbilly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So they cut it out, and then they cut the one side off, and she's like, well, this is going to hurt because now I have to make a new hole on the other side and push it through.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, baby.
And so they pushed it through, and I was out 11 minutes later and driving home, and I met Maggie as the Uber was dropping her off in the driveway.
Wow.
Did you at least have a good bandage so you could show off?
They just put a Band-Aid on it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
You should have said, look, I put a huge anything on it because you can't get out of the Uber and go, well, I've got my Band-Aid, couldn't pick you up at the airport.
Right. Well, I
If it
mean,
had
she
been-
saw the pictures. So.
Yeah,
No, if it would have been me, I would have had a full cast on the arm.
I think Jeff is less prepared to lie to his partner than you are.
Yeah, I try to keep it honest. I do this weird thing where
I got news for you, buddy. That never works.
Honest
you have
is
to
not
lie,
the way to
yeah.
go.
Yeah, you got to lie.
Speaking
100%
of that, Pat, I noticed last week you wore a T-shirt every day.
Yeah.
Which Pat never wears a T-shirt. And then he meets back up with his lady, and now he's back to button-up shirts. Was she holding your good shirts hostage at her house?
There were a few shirts over there.
I noticed. He went to, all of a sudden, Pat's just a T-shirt guy.
Right.
Which
Casual
Pat's
Pat.
not a T-shirt guy.
I'm a T-shirt guy, yeah.
Not in
No, you're
studio,
not.
you aren't. And then all of a sudden, you're back with her. and
No,
you're
Jeff.
back with
I was always with her.
We
bad.
established yesterday that we're going to have one of those signs in here, like the ones you see at a job site that'll say 372 days without an accident.
Yeah.
We're going to have a system in there so he knows if Pat is with his girlfriend or not. so we can base our conversations.
Well, this is helping, too.
That would have helped.
Dear Bob and Tom Show writes J.E.
Oh, yay.
He goes, checked out Al Jackson over the weekend. Excited to see Willie on stage. Willie killed.
Hey.
Never seen Willie so relaxed and having that much fun. In fact, we went home and looked up J.O.I. He referenced that on his show.
Porn category.
Yeah,
that I like.
it is.
I think Oskay is partial to it as well.
Yeah, I know what it is.
J.O.I.?
You can figure out the J-O, the I is
I don't
instruction.
know anybody who's against it.
He goes,
Why would you be?
He ends the letter P.S. Thanks, Willie. I was doing it wrong.
It's nice.
That's J.E. from Centerville, Ohio. Well, thank you very much, J.E.
She tells you what to do when. It's like the hokey pokey. You know, doing that. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
It's cool.
instruction. Yeah.
Left hand up, put it back down, put it back up. Here you go.
I tell you what I don't like is they get a little bit too specific.
Yeah.
Do they?
They do with the hands. They do the hand motion. I don't want that. You just talk to me. I don't want to see you doing the hands.
Well, and I used to. People buy them custom. I can't afford to buy them custom, so I just got to buy like I'm just watching for somebody else, and she's like, "Keep going, Alejandro."
Yeah.
I'm like, why not pick a more neutral name?
yeah.
Alejandro.
You know what I like? Dating. Actually going out on a date with a woman.
No, I like the J.O.I. I do the wife version, though.
Yeah.
And, like, she gets into it, and then she makes you take out the trash and then come back and continue some more.
There's probably a guy who's just so excited right now hearing you say that.
A man in Florida was arrested in his apartment complex after he was caught using a stationary bike in the nude. Police responded to Andover Place Apartments after multiple workers witnessed a 57-year-old man, quote, utilizing the stationary bike while being completely naked. When asked by an employee what he was doing, he said, "I'm working out." He left when he was informed that the police had been called. Then a landscaper spotted the 57-year-old man, and I'm quoting here, laying on the grass and vigorously masturbating near the pond.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Vigorously.
I hope it was one of those old-time stationary bikes that has the fan
Oh,
in
the
the
big
front.
Schwinn?
Like,
Yes.
why'd they get rid of the fan? He's just trying to cool off his balls while he's...
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love where it says vigorously masturbating.
As opposed to a nice, slow, steady speed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, is that in that J.O.I. handbook?
Yeah, maybe he was watching some J.O.I. on his
Yeah.
phone.
I just
Do
got
they do that? Do they say vigorously? Do they
Sometimes
say,
I want you to go slow. Sometimes I want you to take your time.
Really?
Not me, though. I don't listen to the rules all the time.
You're a guy.
Rule breaker.
well, isn't that the reason you do it?
The people in charge, they get real bossy every now and then, don't they? Yeah.
You want somebody to tell you what to do, but sometimes you don't want to listen to them.
Okay.
You want to follow your heart, follow your little
All right.
spirit.
You think you could do that, Kristi? Tell men what to do and when to do it and how to
You
do
think?
it? I was going
Is
to say
that
it
a
wouldn't
question, really?
be much of a stretch, but
I'm trying to find a photograph of this latest naked bike ride, and every time you go to one of these, it's almost always it's mostly guys.
Yeah? What does that say?
Well, I don't know. I think
And what do you? Are you saying you might be attracted to a lady on a naked bike ride?
not particularly. No.
All
Well, then why are you looking?
Yeah, why do you care?
I'm just curious if there's a lot of women that do this.
No.
No. No.
There's not a lot of women who do anything fun.
Well.
You and your friends are going to get naked, go bike riding again, aren't you?
Jeff, I heard you this morning. Not yet. Okay.
This Muffy ain't going on no huffy, mister.
Yeah, exactly.
No. When we
You're
come...
calling it a muffy.
when we come...
An Italian motorcyclist was mauled to death by a bear.
Bald?
A lot of death
Wow,
are
that's
doing
gotta
it.
be- Did you say bald?
Mauled.
Oh.
Listen, clean out your ears. After parking next
Mauled
to
to
a...
Way to go, Kristi. Put him in his place.
Yeah. Had enough of you this week.
I even did my Prince bit for him, by the way. I wasn't done talking.
You have a Prince bit?
You have a Prince bit.
Oh, I did in my first act.
Yeah?
My first
My
act.
first act.
My first act.
do you
There's
need
a
a guitar-
I'm in the fourth act now.
Nobody will be seated during the first act.
Do you need a guitar for your Prince bit?
No, I did it on a guitar.
Oh, here we go.
Here it is, man.
Not everybody can do Christmas music.
Oh.
I know that.
You know, Prince is so, of course, sexual. But Prince at this point, you know, he's not appropriate for Christmas music. This is Prince doing a Christmas song. Let's get naked round the Christmas tree. It sounds dirty. Christmas is for children.
That's good.
He laughs.
Yeah, put that back in the show.
That's Prince, all right.
I like that. Put that back in.
An Italian motorist mauled to death by a bear after
Did you say mauled to death?
Oh, my goodness.
What is he, a motorist? What's the guy doing?
The insect known as the beaded lacewing. Are you familiar with them?
I'm not. What are they up to?
Well, they have a power, Willie, that's very unique in the animal
I
kingdom.
love it when they have powers.
They can kill prey with their flatulence. That's right. According to Discover Wildlife, most insects possess an anus and may produce gas. Many of these include termites and cockroaches. However, the carnivore's larvae of beaded lacewings use their farts to kill prey. That's the carnivorous. I didn't say that right.
Is that just a stink bug?
The bugs aim a foul cloud of toxicants at their victims and essentially kill them with their farts. Yeah.
Okay, these things look like wings. It just looks like a little tiny wing.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously very potent flatulence for a little critter like that.
Yep.
That's a weird superpower.
I almost killed Kristi yesterday with what I left in the bowl.
Oh, my God. Okay. First of all,
Which, by the way, I am
Hilarious.
so sorry about that. I thought everyone was done for the day. And we're headed home.
so that made it
You
okay?
didn't do a courtesy flush?
Oh, I flushed.
It was not that, Pat.
Oh,
it was
it
all
was just
I was going to need like a whisk.
brush,
He blew
a
it
lot
up.
of Clorox.
Dude, I was staying at my friend's house and I had one of those, and then afterwards I just had to pee, and then I got to pee and clean the bowl off.
Oh,
you ever do that? Like a pressure
now
washer?
that's fun.
That's my favorite thing to do.
God.
One of life's best pleasures.
I appreciate the fact that you owned up to it, though.
No, it's
That's-
always me.
Christy just
Like,
Christy walked out of the bathroom and goes, which one of you jackasses used my bathroom?
So
oh, I didn't
bad.
hear you. I would have.
so funny.
I would have
Oh,
apologized.
I
then.
was so disgusted.
The nicest, sweetest, smallest woman just getting so furious.
It was the last break of the day. I thought everyone was about to go home. No one would be using it anytime soon.
Do we have
people are still
we
here
need to
after
leave
we
some
leave.
cleanup
Yeah,
stuff
I
in
don't
there.
care about those
Why don't we have a
people.
toilet brush in there so you can clean?
Okay.
Oh, it needed a brush?
Maybe a
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it needed a brush.
maybe a power washer. It sounds
washer.
like.
Oh, my
Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. So we learned something today in the world of science.